Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking. If you're new here, please remember to click on the subscribe button, like this video and share it with your friends and family. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make the bracelet of the necklace that I was holding. And what you're going to use for this design, I'll be using seed beads, chains, I have my stopper and the clasp that I'm going to use to join the bracelet. I have my pair of scissors, I have my facing line of 0.4 mm and I have my plier. So let's get straight to this tutorial. So on fold, cut the length of the fishing line that you can comfortably work with. Alright, so after cutting the fishing line on fold, I'm going to fold it again equally. I'm going to fold it to have 4 strands of the fishing line. So I just cut the folded end to have 4 strands of the fishing line. So that is what you are going to use for the design. So I'm going to pick my clasps and insert my 4 strands of fishing line into it. After picking the clasps, I'm going to pick my stopper. So after picking the stopper, I'll push my clasps forward. Then I return to pass the 4 strands of fishing line back through the stopper. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to use to lock the clasps on the fishing line. I'm just pulling out the strands to make it more firm before I make it firm on the fishing line with a plier. Alright, so that is done. So cut off the excess of the fishing line. So I'm going to continue with the step. After locking the clasps on the fishing line, I'm going to cut the folded end of the fishing line. Okay, so now we have our 4 strands, which we are going to use it to work on the design. I'm going to make sure they are all equal by length. So I'm going to pick 7 of the white seed beads of size 3 using all the 4 strands of the fishing line. So now I have 7 of the white seed beads. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to use each strand of the fishing line to pick 2 of the size 2 seed beads, which is of the green color. Okay, after this, split it into 2 pairs. So like this. Then using one pair, pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of your fishing line. After achieving that, do the same for the other pair of the fishing line. You pick a white seed bead and you cross it with both sides of the fishing line. So after achieving that, you realize you have 2 new pair of the fishing line. So take one pair and use each side to pick 2 of the green seed bead. After that, pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of the fishing line. Now, take the other side or the other pair and repeat the step. So by doing so, you will use one side of the fishing line to pick 2 of the green seed beads and the other side to also pick 2 of the green seed beads. After doing that, you pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of your fishing line. So after achieving that, you realize you've created 2 new pair of fishing lines. So use one pair to repeat the step. You pick 2 of this green seed beads and use the other side to pick 2 of the green seed beads. Then you pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of your fishing line. So you're going to repeat this until you have 2 of the white seed beads at each side of your fishing line. You are going to have 2 of the white seed beads at each side of your fishing line, counting from the very beginning or counting from downwards. So like I said, you should have two of the white seed beads counting vertically at each side of the design. You should have two of the white beads at each of the four sides of the design. Now after achieving this, we are moving on to pick three of the green seed bead. Like previously we were picking two, so now we're moving on to pick three, and that is what we are going to use until we achieve our desired length. So you pick three of the green seed bead with your new pair of the fishing line. Then you pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of your fishing line. You switch sides, then you use the new pair to pick three of the green seed beads with each side of the fishing line. After that, you pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of your fishing line. After achieving this, you switch to the new pair that you have. You use one pair to pick three of the green seed beads with each side of the fishing line. Now switch sides and repeat the step by picking three of the green seed beads with one side of your fishing line. Then with the other side, you also pick three of the green seed beads. Then you pick the white seed bead and cross it with both sides of your fishing line. So from here, you're going to repeat this until you get your desired length. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is where I've reached. The length of the bracelet depends on your wrist. Now counting vertically from downward, I have 11 of the white seed beads at each side of the four ends of the design. So I'm quite okay with the length, so I'm going back to the picking of two of this green seed beads. So since we are ending the design, I move back to the picking of two of the green seed bead. So I pick a white seed bead after picking two of the green seed bead using each side of the pair of fishing line that I have. Then I'm going to switch to the other pair and do the same. So like I said, I'm going to use one side to pick two of the green seed beads. Then I'll use the other side to pick two of the green seed bead as well. Then I'll pick a white seed bead and cross it with both sides of the fishing line. So I'm going to repeat the step. You have to make sure that the number of the green and the white seed beads at the very beginning, which of course is the picking of 2 of the green seed bead, are equal. I mean, make sure that the number that you used in picking the 2 group of the green seed bead is equal to the ending. Now, after achieving your desired length, we are going to use each of the 4 strands of the fishing line to pick 2 of the green seed beads. Alright, so after achieving this, we are going to count the same number of the white beads that we used in the beginning and use all the 4 strands of the fishing line to pick them. In this case, it is 7, so we are going to pick 7 of the white seed beads. I'm just measuring it around my wrist to make sure it's okay. Make sure to use all the 4 strands of the fishing line in passing through the white seed bead. Now, after achieving your desired length, I'm going to close it by first and foremost picking my stopper with other 4 strands of the fishing line. So after picking the stopper, I will pass my fishing line, all the 4 strands of the fishing line, through the other end of the clasp like this and pull it. After that, I'm going to pass my fishing line back back through the stopper that was initially picked. I'll pass all the 4 strands of the fishing line back through the stopper that was picked before I use my plier to secure it on the fishing line. Please, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, like this video, and share it with your friends and family. So I'll press down the stopper using my plier to make it more secured on the fishing line. After securing the stopper, I will trim off the excess of the fishing line. So this is our bracelet, but then I'm going to attach our chain to the clasps. So I'll just open up the chain. I'll just open up one ring of the chain, then attach it to the clasps, like what I'm doing right now. I'll close the ring of the chain with my plier by pressing it down. Please pardon me, the camera couldn't capture that side. Okay guys, so this is our bracelet. I'm just going to try it on. Thank you guys for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing, share this video to your friends and family. So guys, this is the necklace for the bracelet. I'll leave a link in the description box on how I made it. Stay tuned.